All right, let's figure out how this thing works. I feel like such an old guy. I'm like, let's figure out how Instagram Live works. There's Noah.
What's going on, guys? Everybody on there.
All right. It says we're telling your followers that you've started a live video.
I got your note.
All right. So Elemental Athlete joined. What's up, bud? I think that's Chris Snyder. Okay, so I'm here with Noah. We're gonna run a session in the office today. I'm deciding on whether or not how hard I want to push him. I could be mean to him today, or I could be nice. I don't know. We'll see. But thanks for joining us. I'm not 100% sure how this thing works, but we're gonna set it up and go from there. And then also ask questions, ask things that you find interesting, or ask. Oh, hey Jessica. Ask anybody that you also think might want to watch this session. Just send them a quick link or a quick nudge and say, hey, if you've been interested in doing any sports vision training or wondering what a session looks like, this is a good opportunity because we're going to kind of give you the full gamut of things and push Noah a little bit. So, okay, Kristen, cool. Noah, can you give them a little bit of a background on how we got together and how we train and kind of everything?
Yeah, so what would it be? 8 years now?
I think it's six, yeah, like 6.5.
It's been a long time, and I started out as PitFit before you opened your own place here, and we started at the D1 location over on the north side, and then he opened the location here at Elemental, so we've kind of just been with him the last 6 years, all summer long, throughout the year, doing Aries Academy, and keeping in connection with Joe, is it virtual sessions or, things like that. So kind of just helping Dr. Joe build and, learn, but also helping, develop me as an athlete. And it's helped take my career to some very good places, very good levels, and very fortunate for what Dr. Joe and I have learned and figured out, working together.
Yeah, and Noah, when he says that, he really means it. We have learned a lot of stuff together because he has been the athlete that's been at the front. He's been the athlete that is
we didn't start
breaking
there.
records. Well, we didn't start there, but once we got him to that place, he's the one that everyone looks to, oh, who did that score? I'm like, it's Noah, for sure, it's Noah. And the funnest part about that is that I've had to continuously be creative and challenge myself to challenge Noah, because the way that his from where we started to where we're at now has been such a fun journey because of us growing this and building this and really thinking outside of the box to push him more than anybody else, and that's really helped me push all of this stuff forward. So let's put 2-pound weighted hands on.
That'd be a way to connect for the inside.
Yeah, I wish there was. I don't know if I can do it through Meta. I'd have to switch to a different app. It should be on just on the side here. Yeah, there you go.
Big hit.
And we'll put this up real quick. Just stay up there. There we go. So Noah is currently at Ferris State. How is that? How's your season been?
Been really good so far, and good little break, and get on with the second half after this.
Yeah.
So, busy next few months coming up. Know how to feel?
Yeah, might be new one.
More hair.
Yep. So some of these applications and these drills are so easy for Noah now that we have him put on weighted hands to challenge the muscle fibers to react even under that additional stress as he's running a certain application. Today we're going to do an app called NeuroTrainer, and we're going to run Gust on it. So unfortunately, there's not really a way to show you on the IG what it looks like for him while he's doing it. So now is a good time to ask questions or, hey, what's up, Josh?
What's that color?
To 3897. Yep.
97.
Yep. So, Kristen, if you can maybe drop a video. Do we have any videos of what the NeuroTrainer Gust might look like? If we do, we might. Again, I don't know exactly how this thing works, what we can do with the capability. Right? Yeah, I want you to run Expert. We'll run 2 on Expert and then 2 one-handed. Yeah.
It's been a hot second since I've done this. Been slacking.
You get busy with the season and finals and all that stuff, I'm sure.
My school is a breeze this year.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're not doing a whole bunch.
No.
All right, so inside there, what Noah's having to do is it's shooting certain, it's either shooting a ball at him, a yellow ball, or it's shooting a bomb at him. And so he has to track multiple of these going on at the same time while tracking where the purple or where the red bombs are coming from. And so this is what we call multiple object tracking. And so his eyes are having to take in the whole picture at the same time. So for being a goalie, this is hugely important, right? Like him being able to understand who his teammate is, where his defensemen are, where the opposing players are as they're moving and shifting, where's the puck, how does all of those things interplay together? So him being able to track all of that is huge. So I gotta set up some recording here real quick. I'll put this here so you can watch this too. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions or anything? You can just type it in the comments. This is what the office looks like. Illinois College of Optometry.
Let's do one.
And then we build out sessions on the computer here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we track everybody's scores all of the time so that we know exactly where they're functioning and how to move them forward. So Josh asks, can you relate what eye skill this is developing? I get that it's eye hand, but is there more? So that's a great question. So the eye skill, so if we look just with our central vision, that's using what's called our macula. And so that's a really high area of rods or of cones. And so that's like our high definition center. But we still have to, as we're looking forward, we still have to take in all of the rest of the scene around us, okay? And that's using what are called our rods. And so our rods are in our peripheral retina, and those detect motion. So even if he's focused on one spot right in front, which he is, he still has to be aware of all the other bombs or other balls that are coming at him. And so that has to come in through our eyes, and that has to be done directly through our visual system and then translated all the way through our cognitive system. All right, so, so score?
52,405.
Balls blocked?
162, 21, 59, 125, 4.76, 10,893. That was a bad one.
Okay, so 52,000 is a bad score for Noah, and he's wearing weighted hands and he's on level expert. So like most people are hoping to get to 52,000 just in general. And so that just tells us like what level his processing speed and his eye-hand coordination and all of that is functioning at. And so back to the question that Josh asked, what we're doing is the output is his hands, right? But that information has to get through his vision, through his brain, and then out to his system. And so the speed is really what the skill that we're developing there. So as he jumps from one spot to the next to like track everything, his eyes have to do that first, and then that has to all go all the way through. So we're tracking how does he get that information through, and then how well does he place his hands, and how well does he motion his body, right? Like, so you'll see he's dodging bombs, and all of this stuff is directly connected, but it all has to start from where the visual system starts. And if you're not able to do that cleanly initially, you're always going to have problems. And that's kind of where we started out with Noah, right? Noah had some like glasses contact lens prescription that he needed, but he also had an issue with how his eyes did the tracking, how he jumped from point to point on the blue line, how he followed, and how he did multiple objects at the same time. Like, these are all trainable skills. It's just what level do you want to train at, and how do we overcome those things effectively? Is a way to put it, eye-body movement, i.e. processing. Yeah, I think it's the terminology, I think, is whatever helps you understand it. Because ultimately it's a closed system. So like it has to come in a certain way, it has to go through a certain way through your brain, and then it has to go to your body. So eye, body, brain, or eye, brain, body. Yeah, I'm not an ad copy specialist, so so we'll run Noah this way. He'll run 2 on expert, and then he'll run 2 with one hand. So he'll switch one hand. If he makes a mistake, then he'll switch it to his other hand. So then we're going to look at how each hand functions individually. One might be stronger because he's a goalie, and so he's you're a left-handed catcher, right? Yeah, so he's a left-handed catcher, right-handed blocker, and so he's going to have a little bit of better with his left hand, as far as catching. But overall, we want there to be some symmetry between how well you do it with both hands. Hey, R. Thomas, 83, how you doing? Where are you joining us from? That's Noah. Josh, these are great questions. Thank you.
I'll be a little bit more happier with this one.
Oh, yeah. Is Omari, right? Or Omari's your son? If I remember that right. Ah, nice.
Okay.
Steel trap this thing. All right, you got scores?
Yeah, I knew I scored for you, but not for me.
Nice.
89,998.
Did you guys hear that? 89,998. Balls blocked.
196.
Jesus, no. Balls blocked score.
22.
Bombs dodged.
67.
Bombs dodged score.
162.
Multiplier?
5.83.
5.83.
Yep. 88,712.
Good job. All right, let's switch it to one-handed. So just for context, his score was like almost 90,000. I'm looking for somebody to get to 30,000 to like be able to progress them. So that's not even with weighted hands. I'm just looking at it from can they get to this score, because that is such a challenging way to run it. So
What should I aim for on the one-handed?
what's that?
What should my target be for one-handed?
50. I mean, for you 50, but everybody else is still like 25, 30. So once he makes a mistake in there,
So I'm switching now. I just got hit.
once he makes a mistake, then we'll switch. And then he has to switch to his other hand, so that other hand is out of play. Hey, Eye to Eye, Calgary. Yeah, with 2-pound weighted hands on, 89,000 is crazy. How are things going up there in Calgary?
Probably cold.
Probably cold. So we have another, he also runs a Sports Vision place out of Calgary up there. Works with a lot of goalies, works with a lot of hockey players. So how would you say that this game particularly has helped you on ice? Like, how do you find it translate?
Talking to me.
Yeah.
Just kind of like decision making, tracking. I mean, eye hand obviously, but like decision making and tracking. Kind of just predicting where things are going and what's going to shoot also. Like if you can predict, kind of have a little bit of predictability, but not too much to where you're completely out, it allows you to think ahead and kind of know
So
a little bit before you get started.
Yeah, I always say like we're trying to train almost like precognition, like you're trying to anticipate better, right? Because it's going to help you from a safety standpoint as well. If you can process that information better, you're going to know where the puck is going. You're going to know a little bit better as to like how you've seen this thing before. This is what'll typically happen. So you're almost like planning ahead and precognitioning. So I got a question here. It says, after the initial assessment, you got scores now?
Yeah.
I'll come back to that question. So what was your score?
61,049. 61049.
Got it. Balls blocked.
145. 22. 50. 145. 6.11. 8403.
Good. Yep. And then one more run of that. And again, we're tracking the analytics here in our dashboard, which will be changing soon once we get our EMR system up and functional. Okay, so after the initial eye assessment, I understand that the eye muscles are continually developed, as are other skills, but do you continue to measure eye acuity? I don't know exactly how to put it.
Like how often do you do assessments probably is what I would.
So
how often do you reassess maybe?
Yeah, so Josh, so acuity is just like how well you can see. So if you need glasses, if you need contact lenses, like the clarity piece is what we're, that's what, like, so if you say eye acuity, that's what we're looking at is like, are you 20/25? Are you 20/20? Like how clean can we make your vision at 20 feet plus? The other things that we're doing during the training is we're working on like the speed that the eyes move, the way that they yeah, that's fine, Josh. The way that they move together. But after the initial assessment, we don't touch the initial assessment stuff again until we reevaluate at 3 months or 6 months, whenever we can do that. And then we do those same exact tests again to check on a baseline. So here's his baseline. Here is where he's at now. These are the areas that we've improved. And this is how much we've improved over that amount of time. And then we'll send out a 50 plus page report basically saying like, here's where you fall on all of these metrics. These are the areas that are still really good. And these are the areas that, hey, we really need to continue to work on, or things that are still a bit of a struggle for you. Hey, Scott, Jay, Lucero. Where are you coming from? Is that on my phone, the Instagram live? Okay. So I'm going to prep getting ready for the fit lights.
Stay easy on the fit lights, right? Level 1.
We'll go... not easy, but we'll take it a little bit easier on you.
No bike today?
No bike today. I'm not going to run through the bike today.
I'm trying so hard over this Christmas break, eating Christmas cookies. I don't know if I can bike. Well, I disconnected. That sucks.
What happened?
I got too close to the face and it disconnected.
Oh, gotcha.
Ball went by.
No, how long would you say your workouts, like your vision workouts, take on your own?
Depends on how ambitious I'm feeling that day. I mean, it could be anywhere from 30 to...
What's up, Jordan?
45 minutes, almost like an in-person session.
Yeah. So Noah said somewhere between like 30 to 45 minutes. Noah's at a point now where like I would trust him running sessions in the office by himself or leading somebody else through it, because that's how...
off a feel almost.
Yeah, that's how much he's done this. So
63,466.
Balls blocked.
140. 22. 44. 146. 6.78. 4,762.
Awesome. All right, hands off.
I'd say like training days, like pre-practice, so I kind of go off a feel.
Yeah.
How I feel. Like if I need more, I'll do more. If I, do a little bit and I feel great, I might stop. But just all depends on the feel. And then like game day, I have the routine.
All right, so we're gonna run. All right. Noah said he bases it off of how he feels that day more than anything, right? Because again, Noah is basically trained out of our. You've basically trained out of our Aries Academy stuff, but we still like will. We got our own like different thing where we still communicate and run stuff and keep scores there. So he does it basically based on feel now of what he knows he needs for that day. If he feels like, hey, the last game I was struggling with my multiple object, or I was having trouble tracking the puck, like maybe he'll run Gust. Or he was like, hey, I just need something that's like high speed and we'll run Synth Riders, or like whatever that is, he knows what he should be running.
Right, and then certain things on like iPad, whether it's Synaptic or Cyclab or millions of apps we use.
Yeah.
Kind of just off a feel or routine that I know that works for us that we've built.
Yeah.
So that kind of the same for like game days.
Hey, Mateo. So Noah does do something pre-game so that he is like prepped and ready. So think of it like jumping jacks for your vision and your brain. Like get that system warmed up, ready to go, so you're not like cold on the ice.
Right.
And
so probably. So I usually like 7:00 game. I'll leave my house at 4:45. I'll do it from 3:30 to 4:30. I'll leave that hour to do vision stuff like that to kind of get in a rhythm and kind of get that feeling for the game.
Yeah, and we really think that that's the way that things should be done. If you're getting ready for a game, getting ready for racing, all those things that just get warmed up.
What do we got here?
All right, so we're gonna run. Initially, we're gonna run level 2.5.
Purple.
Purples only with weighted hands on 2.0. No strobes right now. It's gonna give you kind of a speed session, but not really. So it's gonna go dark for a second. Can you guys still see that? Okay.
Probably turn the camera while I'm doing it if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it the other way. All right.
Ready when you are.
So I'm gonna close that down. All right, so what we're gonna run here is full light, purples only on level 2.5.
If you want to start it so they can see what I'm
Yep. And then, so this will give us a red, yellow, green countdown, and then it'll go purple. And then he has to deactivate those. And these ones are, so I think fit lights are better than the blaze pods, just because these are motion activated. The blaze pods, you have to touch them. And we've created a setup where we've gridded out the actual wall itself. So we know exactly these are 1 feet apart by 1 feet in height. And whatever changes we make, we've standardized that so that we know exactly where it's at. Hey, Asher, what's up, buddy? So we're going to have Noah run this on level 2.5 and purple's only full light. This would be usually lower than what we would do for Noah.
Still nervous.
So he has to pick this up peripherally, then determine where his hand has to be in space, and then deactivate the light appropriately. Killed it. All right, 3-3-0.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's great.
It's been a
So
while,
when I say 3-3-0, it means over the 50 hits, his average reaction time was 330 milliseconds. So just to put that in context, it takes 350 milliseconds to just blink your eyes. So that's how fast Noah is going. All right, so now we're going to add on Synaptech strobe glasses. If you see these here, so you might be able to see that they're blinking. And we're going to have Noah put those on. So now we're going to control the input and the output, meaning we're controlling how much information can come in. And then with the 2-pound weights on, we're controlling like at what level it can go out. Okay. So we're going to run, I'm only going to do centers only on this one too. So we're going to run inner.
Okay, so we're not full lit.
Right. So you ready?
Show them.
Oh, yeah. So this will be different than the one that we just ran because the first one was full light. This one will be just the inner. So now we're even decreasing the amount of visual stimulus that's there for him. So it's harder to pick up. And then it's really hard to pick up with the strobe glasses on as well. All right, you ready? Good. So 4, 5, 9. So by just changing those things, those little metrics, it made it even harder for him, right? But still, I mean, 4.59 as a drop is not horrible.
Those other ones, the extra ones, are kind of teasing with me.
All right, we're going to run that one more time.
Okay.
A1. Yeah, let's say A1. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Good. So 4, 2, 6.
Faster.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we're going to go here. Let's keep weighted hands on. And I'm going to go no strobes, but we're going to run purples.
Okay.
I might even just do a little speed session for you.
Yeah, whatever you're feeling. Maybe we just keep hands, the level 1 strobes, red, green, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I can always say we're not giving away too many of our secrets yet.
Okay, so this is the Synaptics Sensory Station, if you haven't seen it before. So it's a big, like, 65-inch touchscreen TV. And we built out all of these progressions so that we can make it harder and harder and more difficult, but on a planned out way so that we know where everybody's functioning and how they're doing and where they specifically need to be. So this is basically customed for each person to know where they're at, like what level they can handle. So we're going to run this one here. We're going to run level 2, and it's just purples only. So this is going to be just Noah going as fast as he can.
Small ones.
100% nope. So it's going to be the big ones. It's going to be like if we would do a evaluation, that's what we're running.
Okay.
So,
Weighted hands.
but with 2-pound weighted hands on.
Lower it a
Yep.
little bit. Like a low. Let's get there.
Good there?
Yeah.
Okay.
2.
Yep, level 2. And you'll notice the purple against the black background. That's intentional because we want it to be a little bit harder in terms of the contrast, meaning you have to really be able to pick that up. So some people who will struggle with contrast sensitivity, this one will be a little bit more difficult for. And so we'll know we need to work on how their eyes each pick up like different shades of light, dark, different shades of gray. So That's bonkers. 211.
What was mine?
That's insane. The kid's insane.
Is that the highest?
Probably on that one with 2 pound weighted hands, yeah.
198 is the highest I got before. Oh no.
That's not you for sure.
224. I was gonna say, I thought.
That was with no weighted hands though.
Okay. Still though.
Bonkers. All right, we're gonna make it a little bit tougher on Noah.
Ropes.
We're gonna bump up the level. Let me get those scores real quick. 211.
211.
Accuracy.
83%. 2.39 precision. 785.
785 as a speed.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to. All right, I want to go to 100% or 100 over 0. 75% purples only. Not too far, yeah.
We definitely get some visual search there, right?
Yeah. So I want to go. Nope. So I want to go here. So let's go level 5. Yeah, level 5 here. 75%. So the variable that we change is the size of the actual purple. So this means he has to be more precise. He has to take his time a little bit more. His visual search has to be spot on. And then also his muscles need to react to where they are in space with that additional 2 pounds on. Hi, Haley. Where are you coming from? And ask any questions in the chat, okay? So Noah's working on eye-hand coordination.
Yep.
Level 5 purples. All right, score.
166. 81 accuracy. 2.11. 1005.
Okay. So let's go back to FitLight. And we're going to go inner one switch.
Red green.
Red green.
No strobes.
No strobes the first time. So we're level 2.5. Okay, so this one, when we're first starting out, so this drill, we're going to do inners. We're going to change the colors to red, green. And what's going to happen is he has to use his right hand for reds and his left hand for greens. Okay? We're going to track which ones he's correct on, which ones he's not, and we're going to total that up at the end. But halfway through, or about halfway through, I'm going to yell switch. And so, again, this has to be at a certain level, meaning we run red-green just to automate the process so that he knows whenever it's red, he's using his right hand. Whenever it's green, he's using his left. But once he gets to a certain point, we then want to challenge what's called his executive function. And so how his brain manipulates and makes changes as things are changing and variable in his environment. So you'll see what I mean here in just a second. All right. So red, green.
Yeah.
Switch. So you see how I had to switch the color that is associated with the hand. 9-7 with one mistake. 2 pounds here. Okay. You ready to run that again?
Strobes, no strobes.
No strobes this time. Let's run that one more time. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Let's go. Switch. Stay there. Okay, yep, I got 1.
Yeah.
So 631 with one mistake. So again, that's giving us his average of how long it takes him to get that information through to deactivate that light. And then we're tracking what his average reaction time was and then how many mistakes he made.
You done on that one or you want more?
We got one more and we're gonna do strobes level 1. All right, so we're gonna put strobes on level 1 and we're gonna rerun that.
Inside lights.
What's that?
Inside lights.
Yep, still inners only. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Switch. Good. Yep. Hey, Bryce. How you doing, bud? All right, so we had 645.
Oh, rusty.
I saw one mistake there.
That's what happens when you don't do it for 4 months. You're choppy.
All right, and I want to run. I want to run red, green, blues on this one.
No strobes.
No strobes. We'll keep weighted hands, and then we're gonna run.
Oh, on the board. So red, green, blue.
Yeah, on the board. Okay. 75% at level 3 here. So here we're going to run red, green, blue. So right hand's red, left hand's green, and blue is either hand. And again, he's got weighted hands on, and depending on how well he does, we'll probably put strobes on level 1 or level 2 based on this. So we're going to go red, green, blue, level 3. Yep. Yep. He makes it look so easy. Makes it look so easy. All right, score?
146.
Accuracy?
82%. 2.02.
2.02?
Yeah, 1145.
Hey, Jen. All right, so we had, no, so that was 70, 30, 75%, level 3, red, green, blue, and no strobes, but weighted hands. All right, let's go strobes level 2 there.
75%.
Yep, same one. I want to do save and retry, but I want to go strobes level 2 just to make it a little bit more challenging. They can see maybe the difference in your speed on that.
Knowing me, I might go better, but I sometimes do that. 75, red, green, blue.
Yep. All right, so again, Noah crushed that last one, so now we're going to add in the strobe glasses at level 2 to see if we can kind of bring him down a little bit. I always tell people my job is to make you in here feel slow and dumb, because most of the time these guys are flying and ripping at such high speeds that like they don't ever feel that way. In here I try to make them feel slow and dumb, because then we know we're pushing them. It's not just because I'm a mean person, it's just that we know that we're pushing them to their cognitive brink, and that's a good place for them to be at. Like outside of their comfort zone is the place we want all these guys, because that's really where growth comes, is in that struggle. One mistake there. Nice. Still 120. Yeah, you had that one mistake.
Yep. Accuracy is what did me in there.
Accuracy?
Yeah, 71%.
Precision?
2.14. 1333. I think we need one more there.
Nah, we're gonna go to visual search.
Oh, even better. No strobes, no hands.
No strobes, no hands.
My favorite. I don't know why I like this one so much.
Because it translates so well for you. Like,
Well, I think we've also gotten to levels that are so hard.
yeah.
They're not really hard. It's just like fun.
So as you can see, we've built out 200 and something levels, because like this is a drill called visual search. And so it's how well can you pick up the thing that you're looking for as quickly and cleanly as possible. And we initially start out with just shapes, and then for like the higher level guys, we'll go to these different symbols. So like different thickness of lines, which is going to incorporate their visual search, but also their contrast sensitivity ability. And then also how the angle is set up for what they're looking for and what they're not looking for. And so we'll just run, we'll run level 142 here, Noah. I think we might have been higher, but I just want to see. I think we're in like the 150s, but I just want to show them what that looks like.
I'm going to just start a signal.
Yeah, go ahead and start it.
Do you want to show them what?
Yeah, sure. I'll get it 1 second here. And then this is level 142, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you here what it looks like. So this is the visual cue that we're looking for. Well, that was the visual cue we were looking for. And then the next one is the one that we're looking to avoid. So it's based on the orientation of so like, I can't even pick it up and he's already gotten it. All right, so we're gonna have him run this one on level 142, and just to show you what that looks like. View stats.
Do you want first?
So I want average response time.
1.1 seconds.
Accuracy.
95.24. 22 seconds.
If you haven't ever done these types of drills before, it's hard. It really is hard to appreciate how impressive that actually is, because most people are on level like 38 and they're like getting these scores, and like the degree of difficulty magnitude is
Just make it crazy.
preposterous.
Go like 160.
Let's go 157.
Yeah.
157.
I'd be rusty though. Put it in there, so.
So even this one, you see the size difference here? So now there's just even harder to discriminate between where it's at. But his search ability, his visual search ability is so good. A, because he's a hockey goalie, but B, because we've also been training. Like, these are skills that we work on. We actively try to get better at these things so that he's able to pick up pucks crossing the blue line and through traffic better than anybody else. All right. So that was level 157, right?
Yes.
And then
1.89.
good.
83.33. 37.86.
37.86.
Yeah.
Good. And so 1.89 is a little bit above what we're looking for him to be at, but
I'm a little rusty.
we're looking for a 1.3 average response time to then move him on. So I think he's good. I'm going to have him run that one more time. And then that'll be what Noah's session looks like today. Great job, bud.
Accuracy was better.
Yeah.
Helps.
So average response time,
1.86.
Good. Accuracy,
90.91.
And then-
37.23.
37.23.
What was my one before that?
1.89.
Okay.
So what we're also looking for always is like the area that is hardest for Noah, or the thing that Noah specifically we need to push him on. And that's why like the customization of this stuff is so important. And it's not really a one size fits all type of thing. And that's really why like we think doing this one-on-one, doing this in a capacity where if we're not able to be there, but still running like a telesession and pushing in those telesessions is important. And
The more you can tailor it to what, weaknesses or strengths that people have, which is something we're able to do with all the tools that you have, it allows you to take it to a new level. Whether you're a race car driver, baseball player, hockey player, lacrosse player, you name it. I don't think it gets the credibility and recognition yet. I think it's slowly started to.
Mm-hmm.
When we first started 6 years ago, I don't think there was hardly any platforms, but now you see it,
Mm-hmm.
more and more colleges are getting sports vision people, race teams are getting sports vision people. You see all these people that are finally realizing it. Not only does it help athletes progress to the next level, but also helps with safety, concussion, stuff like that. And I think that's something that we've seen. Fortunately, I haven't had any, which hadn't had to do any tests or anything, but I know you have with other clients.
But what potential was there for you to maybe have something, a collision where you could have had a concussion, but like since you were so good visually and cognitive, you were able to protect yourself in those situations.
Right, just situations where you get hit, you can kind of brace for the impact and see it coming, and know it's coming. Where it's not just hitting you unexpectedly.
Right.
Yes, those occasions still happen. You still sometimes you can't. It just happens so fast, but it allows you to just kind of keep yourself in certain positions to protect yourself and your teammates and stuff like that. So I think there's definitely a lot in sports vision training. There's a lot to learn for athletes to develop and take their game from mediocre to great. And I think that's it's a big thing when you're trying to get to the next level.
Well, and I also think, like, had we not found the issues that you were having, right? Like if that was never addressed and you just,
I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Continued to play,
right?
Like, I think that it has such a profound impact because you might have never known that was a problem.
Right. I mean, we found it when I was 16 or 18.
Mm-hmm.
So
and so how many other athletes are there that have had a problem? They didn't know that it was a problem, but it prevented them from being a collegiate level athlete, right? Or collegiate to the next level. And I think from a team's perspective, like, if we can make sure that every player on your team is good and, like, as far as vision and cognition and all those things, like, that automatically will help your team be a better team, just by proxy of making sure everybody's clean. And just for your kids, for whoever else, like, giving them the opportunity and the advantage to, like, know that everything is good or where there might be some strengths and weaknesses, I think is just super, super valuable for them in their collegiate or professional careers. So that's what we're trying to do, is make sure that everybody has
doesn't even have to be sports vision related. If you're just eye exams. I mean, my mom came in a slide and got her eye exams, stuff like that. So.
Yeah, it's just trying to help as many people as we can. Just put vision at the forefront instead of being one of the last things that people are looking at. It's where all the information comes in.
It's just as important, if not more important, than workout routine and being in the gym.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Well, hey, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna post this probably to the Instagram and probably post it on Facebook. So if you didn't get a chance to watch everything and you still wanted to watch all the training, like, go ahead, watch it there. And if you have additional questions, we're available to chat on that and answer them in whatever DM or on the post itself. So thank you for tuning in, and hopefully there's more of these to come once we figure this out a little bit better. All right, thanks, guys.